here we go with this bullshit. Alright, let's try it again.
I had enough.
Peace, this is Brother Hatim, and you have joined us on Gye-Nyame Journey Radio. Be sure to check out our site and subscribe at try.gyenamejourney.com.
All my brothers and sisters, hold hands and bow your heads. Let us pray. God standeth in the congregation of the mighty. He's ready for much to God. How long will you judge unjustly and accept the persons of the wicked? I say, send the poor and the fatherless, do justice to the afflicted and the needy, deliver the poor and needy, rid them out of the hand of the wicked. They know not, neither will they understand. They go upon and go. All the foundations of the earth are out of court. I have said, in your God, and all of you are children of the Most High, that you shall die like men and fall like one of the princes. Arise, O God, raise the earth. God shall inherit all nations. Allahu Akbar.
This is Kadar Fox, and you are now listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Radio.
Keep up with the journey. Check out what we have done in the past. Go to journeyarchives.com.
This is Adam Sheik, aka Ace, live from Shisha Lounge, and you are now listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Radio.
Be sure to follow Gye-Nyame Journey on Facebook, Google Plus, and Twitter. Check us out. Join the journey.
This is Adam Sheik, aka Ace, live from Shisha Lounge, and you are now listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Radio.
You are now listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Radio with Monica. Enjoy. This is Lena with the Gye-Nyame Journey Radio.
This is Willie. Welcome to Gye-Nyame Journey Radio. I want to give a shout out to Silver Kevin. My sibling nation out there. I want to give a shout out to my mom. I give a shout out to my dad for raising me and my family to be around me. And I want to give a shout out to the people of my generation that's trying to do something big.
And you're listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Radio.
Peace, Hotel. It's Mansour Hotel, aka Mr. Dean. Mr. Dean doesn't sound good, I think it sounds great. Right now, you're listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Radio.
If you're not adding anything to the culture that you claim, you don't deserve to carry its name. This is Brother Hatim coming at you live, and you are now listening to the Gye-Nyame Journey Radio. Shout out to the Gye-Nyame tribe, Gye-Nyame family. Stand up, please. to the culture that you claim. You don't deserve to carry its name. This is Brother Hotel coming at you live, and you are now listening to the Gye-Nyame Journey Radio. Shouts out to Gye-Nyame Journey. Stand up. You are now listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Radio. Peace. This is Gina. And you are now on Gye-Nyame Radio. Peace.
Family, you heard it here first. We have had enough. I want to welcome you to the congregation of the mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. This is Folktales for Grown Folks, and it's a Heart of a Summer production, where we strive to blow up your old paradigm. Let's get to it. Y'all know tonight we talk about those folktales, family. Those of you that are joining me on other forms or other platforms, please check me out at gnjmedia.live. Join us live right now on gnjmedia.live, and go on and hit up the tip jar on stream on our site. Right? We got a site just for the streaming media. I'm trying to get it together. People said the sound is choppy, Brother Hotel. I'm working on it. I got some plans that are unfolding slowly, and I told you September is going to be a marvelous month for Gye-Nyame Journey. We're coming off the victory of another G&J Mall, right, that popped off, and it went the way it was supposed to, and we raised our hands and we salute everybody that has something to do with it, and and right now, on September 20th to the 22nd, we will be doing September 20th through the 22nd. We will be doing our annual camping trip. So that means, family, you need to come on out and join us, because we're going to be doing some real nation building out there, putting the village together so that we can go on and make sure that family understand what it means when we talk about doing some nation building out in the world, out there where it's just us and the fire and the food, and each one of us is taking a job and handling our business for the tribe, right? We're going to get out there and do some real tribal living, right? Then also, get to know each other, get to understand what's going on a little bit better, ask those questions about Gye-Nyame Journey out there in the woods with us so that we can go on and build. That's what it's all about, right? So, you know what I'm saying? And call lines are open, 614-556-4535. Feel free to call in. I'm going to do this folktale, and I'm going to lay it down. I'm tired. I am tired. It was one of those days where class after class after class after class. Culture building is no joke, family. You know what I'm saying? What we do is no joke. We got to make sure that we own it. I'm on it 24 hours a day. I'm talking about the principles every day. I'm talking about building every day. I get up and I start the day with y'all, and I'm blessed to be in a position where I'm able to spread the culture to young people, right? And as we start building and we start getting people in tune with themselves, right? We start seeing changes, right? So now, Also, I need y'all to be ready because the next e-newsletter will be dropping soon. And I would love for some of y'all to go and read it and let us know what you think about it. Is it too long? Is it too short? Do you want more articles? Could you write something better? Because if you could write something better, by all means, I challenge you to do it. Right? I challenge you to go and be like, Brother Hatim, here's an article. Share it with Brother Hatim on Gye-Nyame Media. Right? You hit Hatim at you can hit Hatim at Gye-Nyame-Media.live. We got a call in. Hold on. I gotta reach my equipment. The spiritual animals ain't helping me right now. Ah! The baby's in the bed. So, what's going on? Hold on. Let me turn it all the way up. All right, cool. It's up. All right, what's going on? Who this? Where you calling from?
Hey, Shaka, man. What's going on?
Where you calling from, Shaka? I don't think I ever spoke with you before.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is Bob Shaka out of Cleveland, Ohio.
Out of Cleveland, Ohio. I think I know you.
I'm from Grasshoppers.
You said who?
I was calling about the grasshopper.
I seen a grasshopper on my mirror today. No, it was yesterday. Sitting there looking at me. Maybe it's the same grasshopper, but go ahead.
Okay. Yep. So I'm here. I got some folks sitting in my midst right now who is interested in seeing how this folktale for grown folks thing happens.
All right, so let's go and get it started. So for those that don't know, Folktales for Grown Folks is basically where we look at folktales, mainly by right now we're going back through Aesop fables, and I will throw some other African fables and folktales up so that we could go on and start breaking them down and start looking at the fact that folktales are not just for kids. There's a message in it for all of us. And today, because last week I promised y'all, but I didn't do the show, I promised y'all I was going to show you how this folktale today not only connects to our ancient history, but also connects to our modern history. So if you're going to break it down, you better get it in the beginning because I'm going to murder it. Just letting y'all know. Family, lines are open 614-556-4535. Don't hold back on your wisdom because you never know who out here might need to hear what you got to say. Right? People tune in to Gye-Nyame Journey. They don't tune in to Brother Hatim. They tune in to Gye-Nyame Journey. And if you're listening, if you're not a regular member, you have a temporary membership when you call in, unless you start getting crazy. Then I have to go and revoke your membership and hang up. All right, but yo, folktale goes like this. The Ass and the Grasshopper. And I promise it's not a porno. It's a real story. It's not a porno. An ass. Maybe it is a porno. Oh no. The ass, having heard some grasshoppers chirping, was highly enchanted and desiring to possess the same charms of melody, demanded what sort of food they lived on to give them such beautiful voices. They replied, the dew. The ass resolved that he would live only upon dew, and in a short time died of hunger. I will read that again. Okay, Anime likes that one, and she wants me to read again. An ass, having heard some grasshoppers chirping, was highly enchanted, and dressing to possess the same charms of melody, demanded what sort of food they lived on to grow them such beautiful voices. They replied, the dew. The ass resolved that he would live only upon the dew, and in a short time died of hunger. Family, family, family. Family, 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 family. I
Okay, so
want...
let me get this straight.
Go ahead.
The ass was enchanted by the Grasshoppers' music.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the ass leaned over and said, "Hey, Grasshopper."
He did lean, yes, sir. Yes, he learned. He leaned too. He leaned. You must have been there. Go ahead.
He said, "What do you eat that gives you such a beautiful voice?"
Mm.
And the Grasshopper said, "You see." And so the ass went on, eating only the two until it died.
Until it died. Until it died. So does anybody out there got any comments on this one? Because this one is a beautiful folktale. And it's a powerful folktale. And it's one that we need to heed today more than at any other time in history.
So,
So you got a crew over there, man. Go and talk with the crew for a second, and go and see what y'all want to say about it. I'll give y'all a second. Do 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 do.
okay, hold on.
Do 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 boom boom. All right, Shaka, you had a moment to talk with your team. What you got? What you got on this folktale? Oh, they done hung up. They don't want to hit the folktale, family.
Hold on a second. Hold on.
I gave you a second. I give you another second. Do 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 boom boom. All right. You got anything?
You can't worry about what other people eat when you're trying to do what you do.
You can't worry about what other people do.
Yeah, like people always look at, what's your health supplement? What's your regimen? You worry about all these other things other people do, trying to emulate what you envy in them, and you end up driving yourself to the doom. You know what I'm saying? Instead of working on what makes you good, what makes the ass strong. The ass could have pulled something that the grasshopper couldn't even handle. But the grasshopper wasn't looking at him like, nigga, what makes you so strong? Eating all these oats. You know what I'm saying? It's just sometimes we got to focus on what works and resonates with us. That's what I got from that. I say.
Anybody else? Anybody else?
Oh, yeah. So I'm saying basically you just got to be who you are, taking the nutrients, whether that's educationally, whether that's spiritually. You're taking the nutrients that your body needs, that works for you. Don't try to, be anyone else other than yourself, because you're the best you can be. You try to be anyone else, you kill that essence of yourself.
Man, this is what I'm talking about, family. Hold on, we got a Mayor Cuts on the line. And brother asked me to read it one more time. Tonight is Folktales for Grown Folks. We're looking at folktales, we're breaking it down, and we also going to have conversation that leads it back into everything that's going on today. And I am going to plug in some ancient history on this shit real quick to let you know.
Hey, question before you do that.
Go ahead.
Is the dew just not a culturally appropriate diet for the ass?
Damn, Shaka. Wait, hold on, Shaka. Hold on, Shaka. Oh, my God. You just blew this shit up. You just blew it up. You just blew it up. See, you took it straight to the physical level. Now, we got to remember that the human being, we got 5 different aspects. The intuition, the mental, the emotional, the spiritual, and the physical. Shaka took it straight to the physical, just like the sister right before you. It was not a culturally appropriate diet for the ass, and the ass faded away. As we can see going on right now in our communities right now, we got these culturally inappropriate diets that we are simulating, that we are trying to be like somebody else, rather than being who we are, robbing ourselves of the power. The brother that spoke before you, Shaka, was talking about...
to be like us.
Huh?
Or even want people to be like us.
Right.
You know, just accept them for who they are and accept the gifts that they bring to you. You know, don't try to take it or, deny it. Let it be.
Just let it be. The brother before you said, see, because one thing I always like to say is that we are all the characters in here. So at some point in time, we've been the ass, and sometime we've been the grasshopper. The brother brought up the point about the strength of the ass. The ass was looking at all the wrong things. The ass was not born to sing. And he was striving to be like the grasshoppers. And because he was striving to be like the grasshoppers, he ended up killing himself.
Right.
Incredible. Yeah. How many people we know doing this right now? Their asses, you know what I'm saying? But they want to be a grasshopper.
Yeah.
They're a fullback, but they want to be a quarterback.
And bringing it into reality, you don't just kill yourself physically, we are killing ourselves emotionally, spiritually, mentally.
And physically. I mean, on all levels, we are trying to take the diet. Now, I just had a conversation with my kids. I wrote a story called 7 Sticks. And in the story, the elder of the family who was dying because his children kept bickering had the table set up for the family. It was a total of 8 of them. 7 children, 1 elder. He about to die, and he wanted to teach the children a lesson. So when they come in, all the table is set up beautifully. They got all of the beautiful flatware, whether it was eaten with silver or gold, I don't know. But he was rich, and he set the table perfectly. Everything was in line, except when they walked into the table, there was sticks laying on top of the plates. And his kids looked at him as they were like he was crazy, and he started laughing. And the oldest son asked him and said, "Father, do you expect us to eat these sticks?" And the father said, "No." He said, "Yes and no." He said, "I don't expect you to physically eat the sticks, but I expect you to eat the idea behind the sticks so that you can nourish your mind." Everything we do is some form of consumption. Food eating is nothing but consumption. So when we read a book, we are consuming something. When we are having emotional distress or we are receiving somebody, we are eating something. We receive something intuitionally, we're eating something. Right? We are consuming. Now, bringing it back to the ass. The ass was not consuming what was for him.
Right.
And how many times do we fall short in our lives because we're consuming something that's not for us, something that's not designed for us?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, yo, so let me read the story one more time, because the brother out here waiting, he said the name of the story is called The Ass and the Grasshopper. An ass, having heard some grasshoppers chirping, was highly enchanted and desiring to possess the same charms of melody, demanded what sort of food they lived on to give them such beautiful voices. They replied, "The dew." The ass resolved that he would live only upon the dew, and in a short time die of hunger. Died of hunger. How many of us out here starving? Because we living off the dew of somebody else. We're trying to follow the ideas of somebody else. We're following the lifestyles of somebody else. How many of us out here slowly dying?
But what if?
Go ahead.
What if the ass was on a fast?
Now, the ass was not fasting. We know this. We know that the ass was eating the dew, not to sustain himself. He took the focus off of taking care of who he was. And he wanted to be like the grasshoppers.
Tim, I guess what I'm saying is, somebody saw you, Tim, on your fast and was like, man, what I gotta do to be as enlightened as you, Brother Hatim? What steps do I have to take to be like you?
Know yourself. Know the diet that's
Now, exactly. One of the first things in Gye-Nyame that we talk about, I mean, I ain't going to say one of the first things, but the goal of Gye-Nyame is to bring the best out of you.
Hatim has this 21-day Gye-Nyame challenge. Can you tell them real fast?
The 21-day challenge. It's called the Nguza Saba 21-day. It's called the 21-day Nguza Saba challenge. Now, the original idea of the challenge was to get people to start transforming the idea of the days of the week by using for 21 days the Nguza Saba for each day of the week. What I did was I also started plugging other things in there because in 21 days you can, not necessarily that you will, you can make a lot of changes. So I decided to extend the 21-day challenge for myself as a fast. So once a year I do a 21-day fast, an Nguza Saba challenge 21-day fast. For that 21 days, I'm focusing on Nguza Saba and all of the principles that go with it. You know what I'm saying? For each one of those days that I'm fasting. So I do that every year, right? Or I have done it every year. Because we coming into 2020, I got to make some major decisions, right? Because the other day I didn't eat all day and I was like, I damn near passed out in the car. I'm like, damn, I don't believe I just did. Lord help me. But that's my choice, right? My thing is, you don't do nothing to be like Brother Hatim because there's only one Brother Hatim. You know what I'm saying? You do what you need to do for you. The 21-day fast is for me. Everybody might not be able to do a 21-day fast. Some people might be able to do a 42-day fast. And I might not be able to do that. It's not about me trying to be like somebody else or somebody trying to be like me. The whole Gye-Nyame process is about bringing the best out of you. So regardless of what you believe in, what you practice, the principles that we are talking about will enhance whatever you do. You can't name a religion. You can't name a lifestyle that don't need unity or self-determination. You know what I'm saying? Or collective worker responsibility, or cooperative economics, or purpose, or creativity, or faith, or unity, self-determination, respect, gratitude, purpose, creativity, and trust, or truth, justice, righteousness, reciprocity, balance, order, or harmony. You can't name a lifestyle that don't have those. Well, you can. I take that back. But the piece is, for us, you can't name one. So the whole goal is to make you better at what you already doing, not to change you. This is where we get into problems. See, the mule wanted to be like somebody else. So he took on a diet of a whole nother culture. The mule betrayed his own culture. Like the dude that was talking at first, I don't know who he was, he didn't introduce himself, but it was brilliant. The mule didn't understand that the very thing that he wanted from the grasshoppers could have been what the grasshoppers wanted from him. Mm-hmm. A grasshopper can't do what a mule does. Just like the mule can't do what a grasshopper do. But when they start crossing those lifestyles, it gets crazy. Imagine a grasshopper trying to pull a buggy. He gonna kill himself. Gonna pull off his little wings. Gonna mess up his little funny legs. Gonna pop out his eyes. You know what I'm saying? It don't work. An ass can't be a grasshopper grasshopper can't be an ass. And many of us are living.
Work together. But if they work together, then you can accomplish what one can't do by itself.
Right. That goes into the whole unity concept. See, but like, because the grasshoppers didn't have a problem with being a grasshopper. The mule wanted to take his hero and turn it into a chirp.
He didn't say Billy, he said ass.
You know what I'm saying? Which is why, and once again, like you said, is why they use the ass, because the ass often in these folk tales is an ass. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, the whole idea that Aesop stressed about the ass has come all the way down into our culture, that when we run into somebody that's just dense and just stubborn, we call them an ass. Because in these folk tales, you got an ass doing things that's just outlandish. This is outlandish. How your big ass gonna live off do? How you gonna do that?
And so many times we're offish in our lives, you know?
Exactly. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But, you know, now, let me take it back to ancient history, because last week I spoke about Hannibal. And there's a video online, a very good video. I can't remember the name of the dude, but he did like a 7-part series on Hannibal and how Hannibal went into Rome. He went into Italy and started raising hell. And there has always been questions of after his major battle, where in less than 2 days, maybe a couple of hours, he killed 50,000 Roman troops. And the only thing between him and Rome was road. And he chose not to go into Rome. Now, there's a lot of different theories, but one of the theories that interested me fitted with this proverb. And a lot of us constantly run into this because we're trying to do the same thing. So now, one of the things say that is one of two things. Either because, of course, they're going to throw the Hellenistic culture in there. Oh, Hannibal was studying the Hellenistic culture, and he didn't feel that he needed to roll into Rome. Because some people said, well, he didn't have enough people to roll into Rome. He had 50,000 troops. Not only did he have 50,000 troops, he had Gauls, which was France at that point in time, coming in because Rome was oppressing a lot of people. So he could have rolled through there and took over that shit without any problem, because he killed basically all the troops. But what he did was he rolled around and just stressed them out. Now, so one of the scholars said he didn't go in there because following the Hellenistic tradition, and I would say even following the African tradition, he didn't feel that it would be proper for him to go up in there and kill every last one of them, because they would recognize his superiority and automatically surrender. He was applying somebody else's mind state, or even his own mind state, on the people of Rome. He was trying to fit in with something that did not benefit him. So he rode around Rome and eventually ended up losing the goddamn war. He didn't conquer Rome. He didn't crush Rome when he had the chance. He thought because of the cultural connection and them looking at him like he was a great conqueror, they were supposed to surrender, like they read, like it reads in Greek mythology, or it read in possibly his mythology. that they would recognize his achievements and what he had done, rather than looking at the culture of Rome. Rome is do or die. He was trying to be like somebody else. When he dealt with the Gauls, he didn't mind wiping out a whole city. But when it came to Rome, he wouldn't do it. Trying to be like somebody else. Eating them dew. When he should have been eating hay and stomping on motherfuckers all throughout Rome. We probably wouldn't be going through some of the shit we going through now if Hannibal's ass would have handled his business. I'm just saying. And I'm quite sure we could see this over and over and over again. We get into positions and we start acting like the fucking donkey, the ass. We start wanting to know, how did you get your voice like that? Rather than taking action and doing what we supposed to do. I'm telling y'all right now, stop eating the dew. Don't be the ass. Be proud of eating hay. Be proud of having your strength. Be proud of who and what you are. And move with it in power. Stop denying it.
Being who you are to suit others.
You say who?
And never stop being who you are to suit others. You gotta
That's right.
be who you are.
Hannibal was trying to suit others. Trying to impress others.
Exactly.
And lost his whole... Listen, this is how Hannibal spared Rome. But then if you look at the history, did Rome spare Carthage? They went to Carthage and they not only destroyed Carthage, they put salt. The legend is they put salt in the soil and tilled it with salt and then took all of the people and sold them into slavery. They took absolutely no mercy. And every time we get in a position, we turn universal and spiritual, and I don't understand it. And we got to stop it, because every time we do it, it comes back to bite us in our ass.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Family, I'm like this. We need to be who we are.
Exactly.
We need to stop trying to be accepted and loved by other people and start loving ourselves and being who we are.
Right. And it's when you learn to love yourself, then you'll start discovering who you really are.
Man. And you know what's even crazy about that? When you start discovering who you really are, it can get uncomfortable. I'm not one of those that's gonna tell you you're gonna see stars and bright lights and it's going to be marvelous. No, it might be scary. Some of the shit that comes out. But that's part of being human. That's part of being who you are and embracing the whole you.
Mm-hmm.
But what we do?
I read this article, and it was just a little poem or something, and it said that the thing, I'm paraphrasing here, the thing that gave God the greatest joy was when he created the heavens and the earth. And the thing that gave him even greater joy than that is when a human being not donate but surrender or the self or the spirit of God to work through. And so when I stopped and I looked at it, all at once, the moment I understand God and his love, and when I say God, I don't mean like this God in the sky, traditional God in the sky, but the spirit that dwells within you. That gives God the greatest joy, because that's what gives you the greatest joy.
And it gives you the greatest power.
Exactly.
Embracing it in its beauty and even in its ugliness.
Right. Embracing all of it.
Embracing all of it.
Yes. Because if you look, A lot of people want to say, no, 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 forget about negative energy. We should avoid negative energy.
No.
Negative energy and positive energy has to exist for life to be.
Exactly. That's what we don't understand. That's why see, if all asses try to be grasshoppers, they would throw the universe out of balance.
Yeah.
And if all grasshoppers tried to be asses,
right,
we have to embrace who we are.
Yes. And look at it, if all men tries to be women, or all women tries to be men, there'll be no more life.
Even with artificial wombs, family, we can't. Come on now. Come on now. Because we just spoke about that, you know what I'm saying? Because Malik Yoba came out and said that he like women. He says he's a straight man and he like women and trans women. So I asked the question is that a straight man? I just like women and all that. Well, hold on, homie. Hold on, homie. You throwing mixed signals. I know you're an old star. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, brother, I know go ahead, keep going. Sorry.
No, go ahead. I was just, you know, because, you know, I got all night. I ain't going to say I got all night, but, you know.
No, he was plugging in the phone because the power was about to go out.
Oh, okay.
He was plugging in the phone.
Okay.
He didn't realize that it was not muted.
Oh, I'm just saying, stuff like that. It's like getting people to consider things that it's like they have a beautiful voice. Like people like Malik Yoba has a beautiful voice, like the grasshopper. And you got young people out here looking at him saying, how do I get that beautiful voice? And they're looking at this shit. And it's like, man, you know what I'm saying? There are agendas out here to get you to stop being you and to get you to start eating the do, because the whole idea is to get you to do like the mule did at the end of this story.
Right.
Die.
Right.
Die not being you. Why is it important for you to die not being you? Because when you die not being you, right, in our culture, you have to come back here and get it right. So in a sense, I'm guaranteeing labor for my next generation because you trying to be like me. And we're just going to confuse you when you come back again. Stop being confused, family.
Right.
Other people are not confused about who they are.
Well, you would be surprised because everybody is walking around being confused about who they are or who they think they are. And if you notice, every day it changes to something else. So I think we're all on this journey, and it means it's time for us to, wake up, be aware of who we're being and what we're doing and how that's supporting the greater good of life for all of us.
Now, I'm going to say this. There's these things called, and not get into conspiracies because they were deep in Africa as well, but these things called secret societies where you have individuals who know. And usually these people control society. So there are some people that know. And those individuals hold power. So for us, as black people, for being under in America for so long and under in the diaspora so long, we have been divorced from those groups or even been forced to forget those groups that kept us on a certain path. Our culture has been destroyed to such a point where we are just open to anything. And it's almost like people are guiding us so that we could keep coming back to this mug in messed up situations. And all I'm saying is we have to change that. Those of us that know need to find other people and start once again building it back up. Family, you here. You're not going to come back as a rock. You're not going to come back as a dog. More than likely, you're going to come back in your bloodline. And if you don't live your life and do what you're supposed to do, you're going to have to keep coming back here.
Right. There's another part to your story that just came to my mind based on what you just said is we, all of us here, we're so locked into this imprint that we receive, you know, in the society, that we forget who we are.
Right.
We don't even know who we are.
We don't.
And it's a place for us to start cultivating, you know, within ourselves and for the future, you know, where people can grow up knowing who they are, not just based on, you know, the home you grow up in, but who are you really and what are you here for? A lot of talents have been suppressed because people never had the opportunity to even practice.
Right. Right. Even know the practice. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
They look at because it's like if you look at the elders for guidance and the elders are lost, and you don't have groups that you could belong to that be like, hey, homie, this is what we do. No, that's unacceptable. This is acceptable because as a group, we have not established our borders, so everything goes, and that's not good for us because everything is not culturally appropriate for us. The diet, some of the stuff that's going on is not culturally appropriate for us, and we make everything okay, and we say, and basically, when you look at what's going on with us, we're doing the thing that everybody was coming down on Jay-Z for wearing a T-shirt about. Do as thou wilt. We're living like that. Do as thou wilt. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, wow. But then you go to other cultures. That ain't happening. That ain't happening. You go to the ruling cultures. That ain't happening. You know, they might have some fringe people. What we be seeing is outliers. You know what I'm saying? What we be seeing maybe be the masses. But when you look at the ones that's really controlling shit and passing wealth down through the generations, they own it. They know exactly who they are. They're bringing the talents out of their children. They're exposing them to things that aligns them with the culture so they can move to another level. While we come out and we start running in the same loops as our parents and our grandparents, because we haven't set the track. We eating dew out here dying, and it ain't Mountain Dew either. For those who like Mountain Dew, it ain't Mountain Dew.
Which Mountain Dew? No, I'm joking. Yes. Yeah.
All right, family. We at.
All right. It was great talking to you.
Thank you. And thank you for joining us. So, family, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. We did another one. I don't see a lot of people online, so I guess 9 o'clock is late. I guess all of y'all old. It's cool. It's cool. I'm not mad. But, family, I want to remind you that you are now listening to the Congregation of the Mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. And this is a Heart of a Simple production. And we have just done another Folktales for Grown Folks, where we strive to blow up your old paradigm. This is your brother Hatim. Make sure you get over to that tip jar on gnjmedia.live. Let us know you appreciate what we do. Drop some coins. All right, this is brother Hatim. I am out. Peace.